Loading screen is brought to you by Mike and I.
Good!
What goes on in your head?
There's a new NPC. There's just so many new things
Three
that I think it's going to bring.
There's layers to this game that has people loving it.
Not now, Mom. I'm doing a podcast.
We've done it. It's happened.
We've done it. I'm in the
You're in
intro.
the intro. Let's go. What is up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey,
the
Twitch
kid's
chat.
finally been put in.
You're looking pretty good today. Can I get your number? Can I get them digits? Hi guys. 8675309. Boy, that's a song that was on Now That's What I Call Music Volume 6.
I think my favorite trick is, you know, you're at the club, you're doing awesome at the club, and you're like, hey, can I get your number? And the girl just gives you 7, and you're like, what about the rest?
Is this
All
a
right,
life
we're moving
story?
on.
Is this a short story
No.
from the Tales of Jacob?
No.
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 What's up,
We got
man?
a
How
lot
are
to
you?
talk about today.
So much to freaking talk about. I don't want to drag on to the intro too long, but Jacob, what have you been up to this past weekend? What have you played?
I've been playing a crap ton of Slapshot. I've been playing Valheim. And my friend Pedro, I played more last night. Do you remember that game?
With the
game where
banana?
The talking banana tells you to go kill a bunch of people.
Yeah. I didn't know
Yeah.
it got that dark.
It's
Don't trust the banana, ladies and gentlemen. So, Jacob, it was that time that Jacob went to a very dark place.
Why does the banana have me doing these things?
On top of that, so I wasn't really planning on playing games this weekend because I was just going to like relax. But then I did a 9-hour session of Valheim on Saturday and streamed for 9 hours, and it was fantastic. Valheim's incredible, man. It's already gotten so many. It's breaking records. It beat Among Us in concurrent player record on Steam. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. But anyway, today's not a Valheim talk show. Today is a BlizzCon and Outriders talk show. So we have kind of. First of all, we had an amazing article. Jessica on our editorial team, she did an amazing article on BlizzCon Online.
Nailed it.
Amazing article on BlizzCon Online, which is BlizzCon Line. There we go. That's the abbreviation there. So with that being said, let's jump right into it because then we have the meat Outriders. It's going to be an interesting talk. So here we go.
So hopping right into gaming news.
Gaming news. So
where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Diablo or Overwatch?
well, let's start with Diablo because first off, I just want to a shout out to our editorial team who have been pumping these articles out like crazy. If you guys want gaming news, not only do we give you shows, esports shows, gaming shows, but now we give you gaming news in the form of editorial content, ladies and gentlemen. And
Stepping up
this
our game.
amazing article by Jessica on nsg.gg, nerdstreetgamers.com, is BlizzCon Line. Diablo 2 Resurrected, World of Warcraft updates, and more. Okay, so did you watch BlizzCon at all? By the way, I'm getting a little bit feedback on your end.
Damn it.
Every time.
Yeah, I did. And what really interested me is that they're remaking a lot of the cinematics, but they're going shot for shot. Did you read that? They're doing shot for shot remake.
It is interesting. Now, this brings up a bigger question of whether or not we find it lazy to do things like this. I almost don't know if I would consider it lazy. Hi, Twitch chat. I don't know if I would consider it lazy, but I mean, a lot of big things here. Let's so I just hit play here. But so Diablo 2, one of my favorite games ever. Really excited. Really excited that it's getting remastered. But how do you feel about remakes, Jacob? Like, did you ever play Diablo 2? You might be.
No, I didn't.
You
so
might be too
I'm
young.
stoked. I get to run through all of this again. Well, not again, for the first time.
Overall, what did you think of BlizzCon's online?
Honestly,
Overwhelmed,
dude,
underwhelmed?
I think I think overwhelmed's a good look, because I remember I was just like, where do I, what do I do? How do I operate this at first?
So
But,
here's
dude,
a good look at it real quick. Old school, new school. They did a good job. I think they did a great job of like updating all the graphics. I mean, it looks like current day stuff.
yeah, it almost looks like it goes from a like RuneScape level of graphics to like Minecraft Dungeons level of graphics, you know?
Yeah. It goes from, yep, okay.
No, I'm kidding. It does look great though. It does look great. They also announced too that a mobile game's coming out. I could have sworn that the last time they announced a mobile Diablo game, it was met with a lot of not even backlash, more disappointment.
Well, yeah, because they were.
Do you remember
I
the
mean,
videos of the guy? He comes
we
up
the
and goes,
gamers.
So, are you guys planning on releasing this at PC anytime? And the guy's like, no, it's a fully free game, a mobile experience on your phones. And then the guy behind him gets defensive and goes, did you guys not have smartphones? You guys not have smartphones?
We're just on the mobile gamers guy. But yeah, I mean, I was a little upset. I mean, since then they decided to give back with Diablo 2 and Diablo 4, which we saw a little bit too. But Diablo's getting a mobile game called Immortal, which will bridge the story gap between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. And Diablo 2 Resurrected will be on PC and consoles. Really excited. Cannot wait to jump into it. Diablo 3 was really fun for me too. I had immense fun.
Hey, I wanted to ask you too. It said that it has cross progress, not cross platform.
Oh,
So does that mean
that's
if I
interesting.
had both consoles, if I wanted to switch accounts or something, I could take the character, but I could only play
could
with
level
the same.
you could level up your character on PC and then go to a console and have that same progression.
Gotcha.
That's
So
the
it's
way I
not
see it.
cross-platform. It's I could take the character over if I
Yes.
wanted to do
Yes.
that. Okay.
Yes. It's kind of like Minecraft and Switch. Switch does a good job of that too, where you kind of carry over what you have.
Carries it over.
Mhm,
That's pretty sweet. I like that though a lot.
So this is, and maybe I'm just stained. Overwatch
Stained.
just doesn't do it for me. Okay, I played 3 months of it when it came out. Overwatch, and I
Okay.
mean maybe working in esports has kind of taken its shine away.
Desensitized it a little bit?
Yeah. But I'll be
Right.
honest, dude. I was excited for Overwatch 2, but this just seems like a big DLC. How do you
Well,
feel?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna disagree.
Okay.
The biggest thing I want to say is this reminds me back to zombies, and I know I keep talking about zombies, but the addition of a talent tree alone is what really excites me and also scares me about this game.
Okay.
The fact that Reaper can get a sniper rifle, you know, what the fuck? But first off, it's really cool because there's a lot of different ways you can do these talent trees, but what scares me is I'm really nervous about the meta changes that are going to happen. And I'm wondering like if I only have a tracer level 1, like, and I want to play her in ranked, am I gonna have to grind to get the talent tree up so I can actually feasibly
Fair questions.
use her in a viable point?
Mhm.
Which I'm sure the answer to anyone is going to be, yeah, you should do that anyway. If you're going to play comp, you should be, you know, experienced enough with that character.
Right.
But Overwatch is one of those games where some people will just play comp because it's more entertaining with with the group of people.
So
Plus, in quick play, people don't talk. People really don't talk, so you want to go to comp so people will actually communicate.
So, real quick, Safari in chat says this isn't planned on being in ranked, I believe, only for PvE.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's
Gotcha.
interesting. So
PvE though is sweet. The campaign for it looks really awesome.
I think a campaign is well deserved in this game. I think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember it having a campaign, and I say correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't played this game in a long time. So if they added it, I don't know. I don't think they have it, but the fact that they're adding it now is really cool, and it's exciting because you have all these heroes with
Matchbox-
backstories.
Matchbox goes, they do want to experiment in player versus player, but The team knows it's broken. It knows it's broken right now.
For those of you listening through the podcast, we are live on twitch.tv, Facebook, and YouTube. But going deeper into it, Overwatch 2 behind the scenes panel, players got a peek into what developers have been working on. There were new PvP maps announced, Rome and New York City. Sojourn got some gameplay footage, and developers have revealed that she uses a railgun, which shoots a deadly shot at players if her handler is accurate enough. There were some new hero missions announced, which is the PvE part of the game. This was always the basis of Overwatch 2 and is meant to bring in players that might not be interested in the PvP aspect of the original Overwatch. Right off the bat, with that being said, how much PvE content is there actually going to be?
A decent chunk, I'll say.
Yeah.
A decent chunk. What's cool about it too is I think of this almost like Left 4 Dead in Overwatch, where it's just a nice thing you can do with 3 other people to get through. But the story of it's awesome. Like the world of Overwatch, even if you don't like the game, you can't knock that. It's kind of sick. It's pretty sweet. I wouldn't be surprised if very, very soon we see Activision Blizzard just saying like, hey, we have an hour movie coming out. It's coming. It's coming. And everyone just goes, ah! Yeah!
Dude, that would definitely get views because there's no way around it. The Overwatch crowd is definitely a big crowd. And to see, it would kind of be like the World of Warcraft movie, right?
Safari, you really are the fact checker at this point.
Thank you, Safari. We'll have to hire
thank
you.
you.
No, so real quick, I mean, I'll play Overwatch 2. Why not? Like, I'm going to dive into it, see what it's all about. Like I said, I did enjoy it. The competitive aspect, I think it would have resonated with me more if I had a solid group of people to always play with. I didn't, so maybe that's why. And working in esports, obviously, like I see so much of this gameplay that, I mean, maybe it's just kind of lost its shine for me. But nonetheless, I'm excited to see what Overwatch 2 can bring.
I'm stoked for it.
Moving on. Jacob lives in a zoo.
Moving on.
Oh, Chloe. Just bring Chloe on. So with that being said, Hearthstone, I played a little bit of Hearthstone in college many, many years ago. It makes me sad. But Hearthstone, apparently there's a brand new game mode called Mercenaries, which is based on RPG-style play and features roguelike missions with upgradable characters. The game launches later in 2021. 2021 and 2022. Chloe! We interrupt this program to bring you Chloe. She's freaking out. Is that Deeks now?
Now it's Deeks.
Anyway.
Guys, I can't do this much longer. I know this is like breaking character, but oh my god. These dogs won't stop. I have no control over them, and I'm losing my mind. I'm just losing it, guys. I'm here trying to talk to you about Hearthstone, and my dogs are at war. They're at war right now because some guy's coming to try to fix the basement. They just love Hearthstone. They just love Hearthstone.
Deeks is like, why does Chloe get to be on the show, but I don't? Eventually, guys, you're going to see Jacob in a throne with 1 million dogs around him, and that's how he's going to do the show, just like petting them all at the same time.
But none of them will stop barking, and it'll just be worse.
It'll be the worst. Anyway, so Hearthstone, some new content coming to Hearthstone.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Hearthstone, but Jacob, go ahead.
Well, first of all, so they have a new game mode coming out called Mercenaries. It's another one of those like RPG ones. I don't know if you've tried the campaigns that they release every once in a while, but they are awesome. So like they give you a deck that you can do, and the core deck, like separate from Mercenaries, it seems like it's pretty solid. They're saying like it's a good mix where you can be able to get higher up in the rank with them.
Okay.
I don't know how true that'll be yet, but I will say like the new cards look pretty sweet. Awesome. So overall, I always get into like a Hearthstone kick whenever a new expansion pack comes out. Yep. And man, I still think that too, because I think you only have to win a couple ranked games. I think it's a total of like, I think you have to get past Angry Chicken, which is 25, and then you get a card back for that season. And I've been pretty consistent with going in and like doing enough comp to actually get the card backs.
We've also done a ton of Hearthstone tournaments too, so yeah, I mean, dude, it's just a good year for 2020. It's going to be a good year for gaming.
Those are cozy tournaments too.
They are, man. It's so peaceful and nice, kind of like StarCraft. But StarCraft has the once in a while. But anyway, World of Warcraft and World of Warcraft Classic. So I didn't really read into. I didn't get to go over all of this, but basically there's The next chapter in Shadowlands, Chains of Dominion. So the new expansion that just came out, Shadowlands. There's new content coming for that. We saw an awesome cinematic, which we can take a look at here real quick. It's 3 minutes, but so Jacob, have you played World of Warcraft ever?
Yeah, dude, that was where Bing Bong came from.
Really?
I never told you about this?
No.
Yeah, so just a little backstory. In Valheim, I'm role playing this like dumb little Viking called Bing Bong. Okay? But
He's
it
a character.
originated from me trying to play World of Warcraft Classic
Okay.
with my buds. But I was playing on a heavy role playing server. So I was an undead, and I was like,
Wow.
I'm going to go to the big city with my brother Bong Bing. And my buddy was playing like a twin who called Bong Bing. So we would go up into groups of people and look at each other, and then just do like emotes while we'd say like, "We made it to the city, we did it." I actually got a guy like I went up to his pet before. I was like, "What's his name?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't have a name." I didn't realize at the time, but this guy was max level. I was like, "I think you should name him Henry." He's like, "Then I shall name him Henry." And then when I went to walk away, he's like, "Wait, hold on." And then 4 guys swarmed around me. They're like, "We want to sponsor you." And they gave me 1 gold piece, which at the moment in the game was a lot of money.
Really? We want to
Yeah,
sponsor you. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I
So what? World of Warcraft, it was my first MMO, and then I tried out Final Fantasy. My main issue with both games was every time I'd play it, the people I'd play with would fall off. It's not
Yep.
one of those games that I can just play while like watching a podcast or something, which is what an MMO is perfect for.
Yep.
Like I don't know what it is, but I'm just so much more like PvP oriented, and I never got to the point in those games where I got a mount that it just got grueling. Plus I was doing WoW Classic, which I don't know if you've done it before, but it's not as forgiving
WoW
as
Classic?
the current WoW. Yeah,
I
it is
played-
not forgiving.
I had
man.
like an 8-year stint in WoW. It was my first MMO, and I freaking loved it. Since I've obviously my taste in MMOs have changed, but I have a lot of friends that have been interested in Shadowlands, and the fact that there's no release date for this patch yet, but the fact that the patch is, you can tell that the patch is in the works is really cool and exciting.
Dude, not just that too. So there's 2 new pets coming out, right? There's Bananas, the cute little monkey, and then it's a sloth, Daisy. All right, but the way you unlock them is, I guess they opened up like if you donate to Doctors Without Borders.
Yep.
It's Doctors Without Borders, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they did 2 milestones. So once the community gets to those points, they get unlocked, which is
That's really
it's
cool.
awesome. It's
That's
such
really
a
cool.
great incentive to get people to donate to a charity.
It really is.
I'm just psyched about it.
Yeah, and
then there's already a war over people who are like, well, I think Bananas is cooler than Daisy, and they're like, well, Daisy doesn't care.
There's always going to be a war. Come on. So that's all like the newer content. But next, we have WoW Classic. WoW Classic. The Dark Portal reopens rather in 2021. Really cool announcement trailer. I love that WoW Classic isn't just like a meh, but instead they're supporting it, which is awesome. Listen, I played WoW Classic as well. Boy, I did not miss that grind. But I also tried to play in it when I was like 9,000th in queue, and I had to literally there were single lines to hand in a quest. Do you remember that?
I forgot about that. Yeah, you'd have to wait. Dude, I remember when I played WoW Classic, it was during the big boom when it came back.
Yeah.
The first mission where you have to slay like 5 boars, you would just be waiting with 19 other people. The second a boar would go, you charge them. But whoever got the first hit got it. So after the first hit, everyone would just walk away and be like, I didn't get it. It's not mine. It's not mine.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's cool. I know some people have played it, but this is a grind. This is an MMO grind that is not for the faint of heart. You have to have an emotional tie to this game to be able to play this grind, I'll tell you. But I think now might be a good time to dive into it. If you dove into it a while ago and were sick of waiting in queues, I literally had to wait in like a 100-person line to hand in a quest. So that being said, amazing article by Jessica. That was BlizzCon Online, guys. You can check all of this information out at nerdstreetgamers.com under the news section. And yeah, we've got a ton of good articles like this and more coming.
Hold on.
Okay.
One more thing, Alex.
Okay.
Did you know that Blizzard had an arcade collection?
Oh yeah,
Because I didn't. But look, you can get it today. It was called the BlizzCon Online digital download pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you get it, you get 3 classic titles, and I guess they're called The Last Vikings, Blackthorn, and Rock and Roll Racing.
I know Rock and Roll Racing. I've played that.
I wasn't aware of any of them.
Really?
Yeah, Burger.
And you can get it now.
Overwatch really is gonna start becoming relevant again.
It is. It is. I'm happy about that. You know, it needs a facelift, and I'm hoping that when it comes to Overwatch 3, it's not going to be the same amount of time between Overwatch and Overwatch 2. You know what I mean? Hopefully, they will have learned their lesson in terms of, hey, let's make sure we keep. I mean, the content has been fresh, but like, let's make sure we do like a little bit of an overhaul. Maybe like every 2 years. Who knows?
Did Overwatch come out in 2017 or 2016? 2016.
I want to say
May
2016.
24th,
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah. It was
Wow,
fun
it's
when
been
it came out.
5
Man.
years.
And yeah, Burger Gun plays on his college team, so hashtag esports, hashtag college esports. But yeah, so guys, that has been BlizzCon Online. Go ahead and check out more of the articles coming from not just Jessica, but the rest of the editorial team, nerdstreetgamers.com/news. Okay.
Yo,
I'm gonna turn the music off for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and grills, what we're about to talk about is a very, very interesting topic. We've been hurt before with these kinds of games. Destiny 1, I would argue that Destiny 1 was fantastic. Destiny 2, I would argue that it was not so fantastic.
which is why today we wanted to just start our campaign to get Lanky Kong into Smash. So we
are going to have a deeper conversation about that, Jacob. But I don't want to waste any more time, ladies and gents. So Outriders, the demo comes out tomorrow. I saved an image somewhere. I don't remember where I saved it, but there's an image somewhere that basically says the times that the Outriders demo will be available. Outriders, the Destiny-like looter shooter type game, coming from Square Enix to what, on April 1st, I think, April Fool's.
Yeah, are you sure it's coming out that day?
I don't know. I've
April
just seen April Fool's. Like I've just seen it. Yeah. So, but the big thing here is, real quick, tomorrow, and we're going to dive into this because I find it really, 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 really interesting. And the biggest question that is up in the air right now is, will Outriders flop like Anthem, Destiny 2, and so many others that have tried to follow in that path? I don't know. I truly don't know. However, I think Outriders and Square Enix and all of the studios involved have taken what happened to Anthem and taken what happened to Destiny 2. And Destiny 2 now, people have said it's like fantastic. I'm only saying this because I only played vanilla, and I was stained. Again, I was left with a stain and a bad taste in my mouth. But so with that being said, we've been hurt before. I think Outriders and Square Enix have taken a page out of the what not to do book. Anthem being the biggest, ugliest flop I've ever seen in my life. And that really made me angry, and it made a lot of people angry. So with that being said, the demo comes out tomorrow. Will feature all 4 classes. You ready for this, Jacob?
I'm ready.
All 4 classes. Crossplay. Crossplay is the key there. Progression carryover, and more. Already, they have my attention. With crossplay and progression carryover, they have my attention. So they revealed that, confirming that all players on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, along with NVIDIA GeForce Now, that's like the streaming service, will be able to try Outriders for free, even without purchasing or pre-ordering the game. Awesome. Preloading is not currently planned for the demo, but it was revealed that it will be a minimum of 22 gigs on consoles and 24 gigs on PC. So, okay. I almost don't want to talk too much about the demo tomorrow because I want to dive into the meat of this. So, if I were to ask you guys in chat, what was the cause of Anthem's flop? I mean, I'm sure there's a long list of it, right? But when did Anthem get? Did you play Anthem, Jacob?
Only a couple times, only a handful.
Okay, when did Anthem? Well, and then maybe
Yeah, I can look it up for you.
Well, no. Maybe you can't Anthem. Maybe you can't Anthem for this. Maybe you can't answer for this. But my big thing with Anthem was as soon as you got to endgame, it basically didn't exist. Anthem did not exist.
Oh.
It was very boring.
Endgame content was not great. That's what I see from Gency.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. Endgame content was not good. And see, it's like, we all know it. It was terrible. The story was pretty good. Endgame was not there. So when I think of these games, I am automatically thinking, okay, how is Endgame going? How is Endgame going to succeed in Outriders? Right? Like in my opinion,
thanks for happening.
If Endgame is not there, it will not do well. So, in doing my Googling, I came across Outriders. Now, this came out November 5th, so it's an older video. But post-campaign content. Let's dive into it. And fair warning, everybody, we're going to be diving into like minute chunks of the video. We're going to be breaking this down. Okay? So, with that being said, let's quickly dive into this here.
The last 40 hours finish. So you just spent the last 40 hours finishing the epic story campaign, build a badass character, and you're pretty confident that you can handle everything this wicked world throws at you. But you're also aware that Outriders is a complete experience, straight out of the box.
Thanks.
Off to a great start.
Yeah.
Off to a great start.
Crank you for Smash.
Already beat out Anthem in my book. Okay, here we go. If you guys will notice, it looks almost exactly like a Destiny game. The characters' hoods. Anyway, let's go.
And doesn't have any live service elements. So
no live service
now
elements.
What? Fear not, Outriders. We got you. Your job on Enoch is far from over. We don't want to go into any story spoilers, but for reasons that will become clear, mysterious points of interest have appeared across Enoch. New mysteries and stories are all waiting to be discovered. Precious resources, allowing for even more powerful gear. This is the place where advanced players really get to test their skills. It's a vicious but highly addictive post-campaign mode we call Expeditions.
Expeditions, huh?
So it's not live service. Let's break this down. It's not live service. And they sounded like they were awfully confident about that.
It sounds like you get better gear in post game too. So
yes,
there's reason to keep
and
going.
Anthem had 3 dungeons or 2 dungeons in post game, so you had to redo all of that stuff. Like, it became a stupid, monotonous grind. This
it sounds like sure.
It's not live service, so that's interesting. Let's continue.
Not live service, yeah.
Check it out. This is how it works. After finishing the main storyline, you'll find yourself in a new camp. Among some other additions, you will notice a new station, with a map showing many new areas for you to explore. Oh, and yes, it's...
So this is all the expeditions. You can see that right up here. Boom, 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 boom. There's a bunch of different missions leading you to the main, I want to say, endgame raid. Very Square Enix-like.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
pretty important to point out that you won't play any recycled content from the main campaign. Expeditions are big.
Yeah, okay. So I know I keep stopping, but these are all like extremely important.
No, that's fine.
So no recycled content from the campaign. Already awesome, right? Like already okay. So
yeah, that's what I want to see.
As soon as you get to end game, you're going to be doing new things.
Important to point out that you won't play any recycled content from the main campaign.
Dazed.
Expeditions are big, handcrafted new levels with their own mechanics, challenges, and storyline.
So not only are you getting new mechanics, you're getting new levels, new mechanics, new levels, and storyline with it. So each of these levels is going to have their own story. Interesting. Here we go.
Before you start an expedition, you will notice the introduction of challenge tiers. It's pretty straightforward. The faster you are able to clear a mission, the richer the reward.
Handcrafted, you say?
One important thing has changed though. You won't get any direct loot from your enemies. Instead, you'll receive all your rewards at the end of an expedition, if you manage to complete it.
How about that? So
I don't like that chuckle where he said if you manage to complete it.
yeah, so we'll wait till you see. This is all going to make sense to you very soon because I just watched this before the show. Enemies don't drop, at least in post game, enemies don't drop loot like they do in Destiny, and most of the other looter shooters. You get it at the end of the mission, so it all hinders on whether or not you complete said mission.
Don't worry though, we won't leave you completely empty-handed even if you fail all your attempts. In this example, you can score a good chunk of epic and rare loot, plus 3 new tiers. That's because we picked the highest at this moment available tier. You can always go lower to one of the previous unlocked tiers if you feel your strategy or build isn't quite ready yet. To be more
Okay, so
precise,
you can
your
choose the
newly earned
difficulty.
tiers are
The
needed
weapons
for
look
2
awesome, by the
things.
way. You'll see them soon.
First, tiers progression unlocks new locations for your team to discover. Unlocking all 15 of them will grant you access to the final expedition, the Eye of the Storm.
This is giving me Monster Hunter vibes.
Yeah, kind of, except not as repetitive and grindy, I would say. But maybe I haven't played.
All
it
right, okay,
yet.
okay, guy.
Baby, got him, Zazinga.
I didn't wake up expecting just to be smoked today, but now here we are.
Unlocking all 13 of them will grant you access to the final expedition, the Eye of the Storm. Eye of the Storm gives me PTSD flashbacks to Anthem, where that final mission was called like the Eye of the Storm.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Of the storm.
but that being said, this seems pretty cool. And I think what I got from what he just said was based on what tiers you unlock, will unlock different content, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so the harder you go,
Yep.
it incentivizes you to keep getting better.
Something that is kind of make or break it is if the game caters to hardcore casual players, which is something Destiny struggles with. Yes, I would say, I don't know. I want to say vanilla Destiny 2 catered way too much to the casual, but I'm just a guy. Okay, here we go.
I'm just a
The
guy.
Eye
Somebody's getting punished for the Monster Hunter combat. Yes, York, I know you like Monster Hunter. Okay, continue.
of the Storm. Second, and similar to our world tier system, selected challenge tiers also determine the difficulty of a mission. Here's the kicker. When we release Outriders, your maximum character level is 30.
Did you see that?
But your weapons and gear
Did you see that?
can reach the kicker.
Look at all these tiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
When we release Outriders, your maximum character level is 30.
Oh god.
But your weapons
So many
and gear
tiers.
can reach up to level 50 in
That gun is
expeditions.
breathing. That
Choosing
gun's
a
on
challenge
fire.
tier level will show you the expected enemy level,
Valorant's
which is
taking
also the
notes.
same level range of the loot you will receive at the end of a mission. So before you head into an expedition, make sure to adjust your strategy and equipment accordingly. There's no other way to go about this. Expeditions are tough. No, wait, let me rephrase that. Expeditions are brutal, but for good
Oh
reason.
my god.
This content is intended for battle-hardened Outriders.
You're
who
gonna
really want to
lose.
get creative with the nitty and gritty details of specialized character builds. Feeling like a well-tuned demigod? Then this is the place for you. But you might want to bring some demigod.
So here we're
co-op
going to
friends
talk about
along as
gears,
well.
mods,
You'll
etc.
need them.
Right here.
No matter how strong and well-trained you think you are when you head into expeditions for the first time, you will need to become much more if you want to even reach the ultimate challenge.
Oh my god. Oh my
So
god.
let's just go on record saying that there is an end to this game. It is not a live service game. So this is basically taking Destiny, taking, let's say, Anthem, and all of those looter shooters and giving an end to it. It is not live service. You can beat this game. But like this guy has said, good luck. Good luck. So it is, my faith is in Square Enix. Square Enix is a fantastic story writing dev, right? And so like, I'm really excited to see what the story is going to be like here. But let's just go on record saying that they in this video have said this is not a live service game. You can beat this game and finish it, which is very different than the kind of looter shooters that we've seen thus far. Here we go.
Stoked yet? Good. Before we dive more into expeditions though, we must first touch on another exciting subject that is heavily linked to this game
Belts.
mode. It's one of the most compelling...
Is there no replayability value if there is an end? So I don't know. Basically, Yorick, what they're saying, and guys, Yorick in chat has said, does that mean no replay value if there is an end? So I think that's what these guys are talking. That's what this video is referring to. I mean, you saw there's 15 expeditions and then or 13 expeditions and then a raid at the end right now, right? So with that being said, you have that type of content, but on top of that, you have all these different tiers that you need to that you can beat to make it all the way to the end, right? So, and it looked like there was like over 10 tiers in each of these expeditions. So right there, you have several different experiences, I would say, in those 13 missions. But because this isn't a live service game, I'm almost wondering if we're going to see some more DLC. By the time people are finished beating this game, I wonder if we'll start getting DLC and things like that. Replayability, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here we go.
And important core features of Outriders: modding, crafting, and everything in between. Upgrading and modifying your gear is an integral part of Outriders and gives you unparalleled freedom to strive for that perfect build. Dedicated players can experiment with a myriad of combinations to maximize and adapt their effectiveness for any given challenge. It's the foundation for countless hours of fun, and in the case of expeditions, even mandatory for survival. Let's talk about mods first. Mods are passive skills that can significantly alter the way.
So you've got a bunch of mods, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 mods. Okay, there you go. Better not be tedious. They go into crafting, which we will touch on. But yeah, we'll get into that. But yeah, no, if you guys haven't seen already, it does look very much like Destiny. But we'll see. We'll see.
Way your weapons, armor, or abilities work. For instance, they can add effects to your gunplay irrespective of your class, sticking your enemy with a nasty status effect like freeze, bleed, weaken, toxic, and many more.
Status effects?
With rare and specialized mods equipped, you can even get a taste of the powers of a whole different class. For example, Golem's Limb is a legendary shotgun.
Golem's Limb?
The Devastator's Golem skin for
look at those animations.
After every killing shot.
That's sexy, is what that is.
Helping out a pyromancer. Or maybe you get lucky and find this little gem, which takes a page from the Trickster's book about bending time and space. This mod will hit your opponent with a slow effect, like the Trickster's melee attack. But here we see a Technomancer making use of it. So broadly speaking, we're looking at two types of mods. General mods, as just described, can be applied to boost or alter how your weapons and armor work. But we also have skill mods, which are class specific. Those bad boys can amplify
two types
and
of mods. Skill mods, general mods.
Any of your 8 anomaly-infused powers per class, and can only be applied to armor. Like giving a Trickster a second temporal slice. Or how about increasing the damage, radius, and ammo of your Technomancer's rocket launcher? By equipping the Spike Forest mod, a Devastator is able to stick his worries on much more than just one skill.
Awesome.
All our mods are segmented into 3 tiers, and you're able to collect them by dismantling the found gear that holds them. The rarity of a piece will determine what mod tier and amount of mods it might spawn with, except for our legendary gear, which has dedicated mods that can only be found on these specific items. These would be the mods in the tier 3 category, for instance. So far, so good. Now here's a really cool thing. Once collected, you can apply and mix-match your mods however you want. Let's say you went through hell and back on a challenge, got lucky, and walked away with the legendary assault rifle Absolute Zero.
Absolute Zero. Yes, we can hit you with the gun and it'll feel like you're getting hit with a pillow.
Absolutely wreaks havoc, and freezing bullets are awesome. But you know what's even more awesome? Exactly. Frozen enemies that get struck by lightning. So let's get to it. Luckily, I found a legendary weapon
this guy gets me
earlier in the game. And with my much higher level now, I decided to dismantle it and go for the mods. Quick piece of intel though. If a weapon already has 2 mods slotted, you can only change one of those 2 mods. Now let's select the Ultimate Stormwhip mod, the one we scored earlier from the Thunderbird, and the slot on the weapon with the mod we want to replace. Now all we have to do in order to get this new dream weapon build is to spend a little of our resources. In this case, 396 iron.
He makes this sound so easy.
And this is just one little example how you can alter.
I was going to skip around this video, but we're already halfway through it, and it's very entertaining.
So what else can we do?
Here we go, crafting.
Improve rarity lets us improve the primary parameters of every item. That
Look at all
isn't
that.
epic
Mod
or
gear,
legendary.
raise attributes,
There's
improve
firepower for
rarity.
weapons and armor for your wearables. By the way, hovering over the crafting options will reveal a color code explaining what rarity is needed for each craft. Here we look at unusual, rare, epic, and legendary. Next up, swap variant. Here you can alter your
I'm going to mute this real quick. I do want it to go on record. And look, standard tactical sharpshooter. You can change the variant, like the type, which is awesome. One of the things that I want to go on record saying, I'll say it a million more times, this is not a live service game. So it's not going to be a Destiny. It's not going to be an Anthem. It's not going to be a Division 2. This is, you can, from the way they're making it sound, it is not live service. Therefore, you can beat this game. It is going to be a complete game out of the box. This video specifically just touching on the stuff you can do after the campaign, which is post level 30. With
How well do you think the demo is going to do now that it's kind of? I mean, everyone has the Valheim bug. Do you see a lot of people trying to jump over to this demo?
I think those are two totally different games. And while everybody and their mother is playing Valheim, the people that like these types of games will play the demo. I'll play the demo as well. So, with about 350 mods across weapons, armors, and skills. A lot of
armor, and
content there.
skills,
He means
players have a lot of
many moods. He was saying there is endgame content, but you can beat the endgame content.
Yeah,
and then
so
the-
no endgame
beat
content.
it.
So this isn't repetitive. Well, I think at a certain level, like you're not going to repeat this content forever. Like you can beat this game. Like right now in Destiny or whatever, like you can beat the content they've given you, but they're going to continue adding content. Like this game has an end. It's kind of hard to explain, but
possibilities to experiment and home in on that perfect build.
Just look
this is
terrifying.
going to be our
Also
longest
keep in
show yet,
mind,
by the way.
Everything we just
I can't
saw
wait
in
to
the
hear the
crafting
sound design
department
for
is
these
directly
monsters.
linked to this. Fine-tuning your
Boom,
skills
baby.
and
Look at
Oh
this.
my god!
Look at the skill tree.
No!
Look at the skill tree, bro.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna make a wrong spec for a character. I'm
Oh.
gonna dump 60 hours in the game.
You ready
and
for
then go,
this?
Welp.
Well, you can respec. He does say
Oh,
that.
okay, thank
But he
God.
also says that depending on how your spec tree is, like if your spec tree can be complementary to your players, to the enemies, right? And if it's not proper, then you're going to have a hard time with some of these missions. He basically straight up says that.
Great, you can be underpowered.
So right here off the bat, you guys can't see it on chat, but I want to read these to you. This top tree, Pestilence, and this is, I guess, for this class. So Pestilence,
Looks like a toxic class.
Tech Shaman, and then Demolisher. Okay.
junction with the skill
I'm a
tree.
tech shaman.
A skill tree that you can respec at any time
There you go,
without
Jacob.
any cost. And this is where things really get interesting. Makes you wonder how deep this rabbit hole goes, doesn't it? Expeditions will challenge you and your team not only on a skill level, but also on how well your builds are tuned and in sync with another.
Alex, I feel like I'm
That's
going
why
to
going
war.
deep into
The way he's
customization
describing
aspects
this.
of
I know.
Outriders is not only super fun, but also vastly improves your lifespan on Enoch in general. Tune and optimize your skill tree for the challenge ahead, and find effective ways to complement the available powers from your Outrider squad mates. Especially when you want to take on higher world tiers in a story campaign, for instance. Okay, we covered crafting and upgrading your gear. Let's talk a little bit more about expeditions. As I said in the beginning, all of our expeditions are big, bespoke new levels in the game. And we have 14 of them ready for you to conquer when we ship on February 2nd, 2021.
How many days is the beta live?
That's not true.
Wait, can you rewind that? What did you just say?
February 2nd of 2021. That's not true. Jacob, look up the release date now. Please.
I thought it comes out April 1st.
Yeah. I mean, they've obviously pushed it back considering the demo comes out tomorrow. Let's continue.
Of course we want to leave the excitement and fun of exploring these new areas for you. But hey, let's take a quick peek, shall we?
Here we go.
Sensed a deep, humming noise reverberating from deep within the forest. It comes and goes, but during our journey it has grown louder.
Oh
And
god.
next to this gate, it is more piercing than ever.
Oh no.
Outrider, I need to know the cause of this.
This is one of the expeditions.
Oh no.
Tiago was right about that hum. My teeth are chattering from the vibration. Strange structure. Some kind of switch over there.
They kind of move around like gears.
Yep. We'll get to the first enemy encounter.
It's giving me God of War vibes. Whoa, so the game, so end game starts and all the enemies are 4 levels higher than you. Great. Okay. Well, shit.
Nice view.
Nice view.
An obelisk.
Did you see
mechanism
Robbie
in the
Square
middle.
Enix?
Could be the way forward.
Yeah.
That's Lucy Square Enix.
So, dude, I was on the fence about this game a few weeks ago, but after seeing this video today, I'm all about it.
Yeah,
I'm glad
excuse
it's not a
my-
live service
too.
game. Let me turn this down so I'm not shouting. I'm glad it's not a live service game because I've been stained with live service games.
That looks like Alex's aim.
What?
Jake Reflex is flaming you. in
Dude,
chat.
1v1 me on Rust, right? So Jacob, one of the things that based on the tier that, and I heard you, this is based on your comment earlier, based on the tier that you jump into these expeditions with, will determine the level of the enemy, and it tells you the level of the enemy.
Gotcha. So
when
that's
you
based
choose
off
the
what
tier.
tier you start. So you
Mhm.
choose that beforehand.
Mm-hmm. So
So does the level cap increase once you get to end game? Did I hear you say that right? Because the level cap before end game
yep.
is
So
30.
you see everybody's 30 right now.
Yeah.
Basically, when you start, and I think you said this in the very beginning. At the very, very, very beginning, when you finish campaign, you'll finish at level 30. After which, you know, gear becomes important, skills become important, and they keep saying team play, teamwork, and like strategies become extremely important in order to defeat
Gotcha.
all of these things.
So it's all gear based at that point.
Yeah.
The level cap's 30 still. It doesn't
Yeah.
increase.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's almost like going into a you know, let's say any game where there's a normal level dungeon, a hard level, an extreme level, a savage level, whatever.
The progression sounds nice. I'm curious how quickly you get to level 30 in the main campaign. I'm wondering if they almost favor like a shorter campaign so you can do end game quicker. Because it looks like that's where the real game begins almost right now. Oh yeah, look at that. Vibing by the fire.
Sven out.
So listen, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. The characters stay at level 30. York in chat says the characters stay at level 30 and weapons go to 50, I believe is what I heard. Yeah, that sounds about right. But so far from what we saw, post-game content seems like it's there. I don't know why. I'm a little less, I'll say, aggressive in seeing that this game is not live service. I'm a little less aggressive. I'm like, okay. So now there's just a bunch of levels that if you want to beat the game, you have to overcome it.
Is it parties of 4? Okay,
How many
Bruce,
players can
curious
be in the
about that.
party? Let's scroll back a little bit. Let's see how many people are in here. Right now it looks like 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just what they went with or if it is actually 3. I think if it is 3, we might have some issues. I think anytime there's 3 people in a party in any game, it can, you know, 4 being the traditional. You always
Yeah, I
have to
already
leave
feel
one
like a
friend
fourth
out.
feeling when
So
when
for
I
all
try
my
to play
friends out there
Apex.
listening to the show, make sure you stay on my good side or else you're not making it into the group. I think I might not make it in the group after that comment. But that being said, I'm really excited. It does look a lot like Destiny. I mean, there's no way around that. However, what has me beyond excited and even considering this game is the fact that it's coming from Square Enix. Looks like I'll be the odd man out. Lame abs, you and I play games every day. There's no way you're the odd man out. However, if Bing Bong and Valheim keeps screwing you and I over, then
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
but no. So back with what I was saying was Square Enix has a very good history of making good story games. Really excited. I'm excited to learn about these enemies, where they came from, where you are in the game. I'm excited to know what kind of, and like every mission apparently has its own little storyline. I'm excited to see, and the fact that it's not repeatable content from the campaign, awesome. Or recycled content from the campaign. But that being said,
I gotta say, you talking about me before the show, saying like, yeah, we're gonna talk about Outriders. I was like, ugh. But now you kind of got me excited.
I kind of got you excited. Sweet. Okay, I kind of got him excited. So I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna get it. The demo comes out tomorrow. Can we get some time here? Let's pull up some times. Outriders demo times.
Score, by the way, is this Steam?
Outriders demo times. Here we go. I don't know. Okay, here we go. April 1st.
Yeah, it's Steam.
April 1st. No joke. The demo will drop on February 25th across PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC on Steam, and even with GeForce Now. The demo will be 24 gigs and 22 gigs. So 24 gigs on PC and 22 gigs on consoles. For the West Coast, it's 9 p.m. on February 25th. So tomorrow. Nope. 25th is. Jeez. There is no time. There is no time continuum in COVID world. February 25th. Yeah, February 25th, 9 p.m. And then for New York East Coast time, February 25th at 12 Eastern. So
just in time to get the new graphics card.
Just in time to stay up all night long.
Just in time.
There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Chat helping stream. Me and Jacob spitting information at you that may or may not be true. Look, it's like a big happy family. There's a circle of life right here, guys.
We're like a real podcast now.
Yeah, we're like a real podcast. It's fantastic. By the way, love the energy in chat. Okay, moving on. Outriders demo release time. So there we go. If you guys want to check it out, unless Moobot might quite literally ban me.
You.
But go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and look at Outriders post-campaign content. You can check out the video for yourself. Yeah, I'm excited. Square Enix is good at writing stories. I'm excited to see the stories and how it all plays together. Especially that Eye of the Storm raid. I wonder what's going to happen after that, and if they're going to leave it open-ended. You know, who knows? Who knows?
Overall, sweet.
Overall, sweet. Mike and Ike, sweet play of the day. By the way, shout out to Mike and Ike and ZipShare for sponsoring the show. I've been standing because I try and stand for.
So great.
I try and stand now during the workday as much as I can, but there's the chair. So we
Guys,
had a lot.
Fact, if you watch the Valentine's Day commercial, it's my hand that goes across it.
Yeah, and the spray bottle in the Valentine's Day commercial.
That was Alex spraying.
Yeah, baby, making it sexy. You know. What it do?
Yeah, baby.
Not just, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So
put that on my resume.
That was yeah, baby. A spray bottle, zip chair, sexy
spray
commercial.
Bottle artist.
Oh, baby. Okay, we are totally digressing. There's a lot more that I wanted to cover today. However, the show's already almost been an hour. Two big topics was BlizzCon and Outriders, but I think rightly so. There's a ton of other things that we want to touch on, including the Zombies Outbreak trailer that came out. Outbreak looks really cool. Maybe we'll touch on it Thursday, Jacob, along with Dinosaur Planet. And, Switch games being expensive because they have the right to be. Huh. Okay, Jacob. That's an interesting take.
I'm just saying, if a game's going to be $60, what do you think makes it $60? And that's the question I'm going to have for you, Chad, on Thursday.
On chat. Okay, guys, think about that. Okay, this might be the only podcast ever where we're going to give each and every single one of you viewers homework. Okay? Come Thursday, come to the show because we're going to be discussing what do you think it takes for a game to be worth $60?
What justifies that price tag? Because I can already think of a couple games that are $60 that I don't know. I don't think they should be worth $60.
It's a good conversation.
But then I see some games that are worth $20. I'm like, I would have paid $60. You screwed up. You could have charged more.
Could have charged more. It would have been fine. We talk at a higher octave. When
you
we're
guys
curious
can
about
charge more there.
Okay. Jeez. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for coming by episode 76 of Loading Screen. It has been a blast, everybody. York, save it for Thursday. It has been a blast. I know York, so that's why.
You did your homework so early.
Yeah, how about you take it back, and I want to see citations, okay? All right.
Show your work.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for coming by. This episode of Loading Screen has been brought to you by Mike and Ike and the lovely Zip Chair. Thank you all so much for coming by. Episode 76. We'll be back again on Thursday, 11 a.m. Nerd Street Gamers on twitch.tv. And yeah, that's it. We got a new intro. Alex, just end the show. Okay, guys, good night. Not good night. Not good night. I say that every show too. Good day.
Afternoon.
Good day. We will see you all later, 11 a.m. Thursday, Loading Screen. Be there, be square. And remember, do your homework. What does it take to make a $60 game?
Price tag.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Good night,
Later,
farewell.
later.
And have a good one. Peace out.
Peace.
Goodbye.